And what is the difference between somebody that is motivated and being disciplined? So the difference between motivation and discipline.
Discipline is definitely more important than motivation. Now, the reason I think it's more important is because the way I see motivation is a bit like sugar, right? So when you have a bit of sugar, what happens? You start getting energized, right? You get that sugar rush. But that sugar rush only lasts so long. It can last maybe an hour, it can maybe last 2 hours, and then it starts to die off. And that is what I think motivation is. Like motivation, you can be really hyped up about something, but then it might last 1 hour, 2 hours, and then you're back to like, oh, this is boring. Whereas discipline, and more specifically self-discipline, is where you start to build habits, right? And positive habits every single day, where you start to do things naturally, right? So one example would be making sure you go to bed early, right? And once you start doing that for such a long, like a consistent period of time, it becomes natural. Another thing could be waking up before the alarm clock. You know, that's another one, beating your alarm clock up. You know, all these little things. And what starts to happen is once you build these disciplined habits, then you won't need motivation, because you're doing it without any actual motivation. You're just doing it naturally. So that's where I think motivation is much more important than where discipline is much more important than motivation. Now, once you start to build that discipline, then you'll become motivated, because you'll do it, like I said, you'll do it naturally, and you'll become consistent without the need for someone to say, right, Nikos, let's do it, come on, or Andrew, let's do it. That's my answer to that. What do you think, Valentino?
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, it's like a machine, you know. You build pieces by piece, you know, or a coding. You know, when you code something, you're building something that goes in automatic. So your habits are those codes for your machine. You know.
Yeah.
So motivation, you're motivated today. You can be motivated for a month. Yeah. But can you be motivated for a year, for 10 years? Not without discipline. Not without setting routines. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.